The lawyer for a Southern California dermatologist accused of poisoning her husband with Drano-spiked tea says the alleged victim in the case suffers from acid reflux and wasn't poisoned at all. Let's analyze that legal argument, if it is such a thing, with the host of the new podcast, Once Upon a Crime in Hollywood, class action attorney Kelly Hyman. Kelly, great to have you here. This case, so the attorney for the woman who's accused, who is Emily Yu, says this was all about the ants, that the husband said put Drano in lemonade and kill the ants. He then says he set up spy cameras, saw her putting the Drano in the lemonade, but the smoking gun video is not a smoking gun video. Now, the attorney for Jack Chen, the guy who was allegedly poisoned, says he can't give you a response as to how the prosecution views this, but he says it's the second theory they've come up with. At first, they used the Drano to clear the pipes out. Now it's the ant problem. It's a bizarre case. How strong is this accusation that she tried to kill him?
Right. So when we look at this type of case from a legal standpoint, we have to look at what the prosecution has to prove, because the prosecution brought the case and they have the burden. So in regards to the poisoning, they need to prove that she willfully put a poison mix and she knew that he was going to drink it. So when they look at that willfully, they look at what exactly was her intent. Was her intent knowing that she was going to put this stuff in there and he was going to drink it? Or was it the fact that no, she had no intent to do that, that she put that in there to kill the ant? So that's going to be key in regards to the prosecution's case about the poisoning.
Okay, so whether it's the ants or not, we will find out eventually. I want to talk about another case that is a subject of your podcast, Once Upon a Crime in Hollywood, the Ronnie Chasen murder. Now, just to explain to our audience, Ronnie Chasen was a big-time publicist here in Hollywood, shot in Beverly Hills, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
They got a guy, and then he committed suicide, Harold Smith. Explain to us the background of this case and why it's so fascinating, because it really is.
Absolutely. It has so many twists and turns. It's a making of a Hollywood movie. So here we are, this high-profile PR person was driving in her car, and allegedly Harold Smith shot her 5 times. And soon he became a person of interest, and then he allegedly killed himself. On the podcast, we have the niece who believes that the case should be reopened. There's other people that say no, they got the right person and the case is closed. But ultimately, we leave that up to the viewers who listen in and make their own determination of what they think.
So what is, having studied it as you have, what's your gut feeling? Do you have one? Do you want to tell us?
Well, I think you're going to have to wait to the final episode on May 1st.
Of course we are, as we should. Kelly, great to see you. The Once Upon a Crime in Hollywood podcast, available everywhere you get podcasts, I assume?
Exactly. iHeart, Apple Plus. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Kelly, for being here. Great to see you.